Hey, what's up, guys? It's Tilt. Today we're going to talk about the massive extinct shark species that gives us these meg teeth. All right, so Megalodon, been around for a little over 20 million years, obviously extinct now. But you go to a place like North Carolina where I went diving in the videos I'm about to show you. You can collect those meg teeth. They're awesome. I mean, you can get them all the way up to 5, 6 inches if you find some really good ones. If you're currently a diver, you're going to do this. They're going to recommend 3 certs. In fact, they'll mandate them for you. Those are your advanced open water, your deep diver, and your nitrox. It's going to give you more bottom time. Personally, I'm going to recommend you also get that rescue diver one. It's a really fun one. It's just good from a first aid and first responder perspective. But also, you're going to be out in the middle of the ocean. So if there's ever an emergency, a rescue diver is good to get too. So the Meg ledges, basically, they're these sandbars a little over 100 feet down if you find a really nice spot that hasn't been too disturbed. Basically just a sandbar where over the years, fossils have started collecting and building up there based on currents. So these have been there going back about 20 million years. The Megalodon itself was 80 feet long at its max length. So you get some pretty good sized fossils and teeth out of these. North Carolina, one of the best spots in America to do this. For us, we did this at a little over 100 feet deep, but you can find ones closer to shore. Every boat captain out there is going to have their own secret spot that they'll typically take you out to. They don't like telling each other about these spots. They kind of keep them to themselves, but it's really word of mouth. You find the right guy and he'll show you a place to get some really good fossils. So officially you are going down with a team of people. Functionally though, you should treat this like a solo dive. As soon as that sand starts getting kicked up, you are going to get some whiteout conditions. You are going to need to have at least one reel on you. In fact, it might be better to bring multiple because they tangle. In fact, you're going to see that in one of these videos. My reel did get tangled. I got some seaweed caught in there, had to make my way back to that main rope. So definitely bring at least one reel, but consider this like a solo dive when you think about your skill set. So these meg teeth, we're going to start off with some of the smaller ones here. I'll show you what we found. The little ones are only going to be about that big, maybe an inch or two. You can find a bunch of those down there. You're also going to get a bunch of fractional ones that are broken. So if you take a look at this one, you can see we got about 2/3 of a tooth on there. Still some nice enamel, but not bad. You're going to get a lot of coral fragments. So little pieces like this, they're a dime a dozen. You find them all over the place, but kind of fun to scoop up. You get your mid-sized teeth. That's where you get into about 2 to 3 inches. This is a really nice specimen here. Some good enamel on there that you can see really on both sides. Now getting into the bigger ones, 3 to 4 inch range. These are a little harder to find. You can see we got some divots and pockets on this one, but pretty good specimen. And then really the good stuff. This is really what we go down there for, the palm size ones. So these ones right here in front of us, these are probably a little over 4 inches in size. You can actually make some good money on these. The dive itself, I think I paid about $800 for that dive. It came recommended. I knew this guy was going to bring us to some good spots. But those meg teeth, you start finding ones that are over 5 inches, 6 inches. I've seen those go for up to $1,000. At the very least, the ones over 4 inches, you get $200 to $300. 5 inches, you're talking about, maybe $500. But you find a proper 6 incher that's the size of your palm, and you could actually pay for that dive selling them. I didn't sell a single one. I love these. I got a whole box full of them. Those aren't going anywhere. I did find a couple fossils that I couldn't identify. Found this one massive plate one. One of the guys said it could be a whalebone related one. One of the other guys said it could be bark. I mean, if you can identify this, go ahead and drop something in the comments. I actually found it right near this one as well. Kind of another interesting shape. You can see there's some interesting texture on that one as well. So if you know what that is, go ahead and drop a comment. But really the fun stuff, though, really the ones that you're out there for are these. You're probably going to get about maybe 2 of these on a dive if you're lucky over the course of 3 dives. So when you do this dive, you're going down a little over 100 feet. So really the lower end of what you're going to do for non-technical diving. That nitrox is helpful, but at the same time, just with going down and coming up, I'm going to say you're probably getting about 7 minutes of quality dive time at the bottom. You got to hook in that reel. You got to start searching. So if you're lucky, maybe you're getting about 7 minutes down there at the bottom of actual true quality time looking for these. You're going to go down sometimes, get absolutely nothing or a couple little ones. Other times you hit the jackpot and you find a great ledge. So really, you're going to clip in that reel. You're going to go out and see what you find. And then you head back, making sure to leave time and oxygen to go back up that rope in a way that is not too rushed. So when you decide you want to clean these, a lot of guys recommend doing red wine vinegar. That's what I did on these. I cleaned them with red wine vinegar that was slightly diluted. A lot of people worry about, am I going to stain the tooth or take off the enamel? These have been down there for 20 million years. You're good. Don't worry about it. You will not take off the enamel on these. So I didn't have any staining on these. Left them in a plastic tub overnight. Gave them a good scrub, and that got some of those calcium deposits and just little fragments off of them as well. But they came out looking really nice. So yeah, go ahead and drop a comment in there if you can identify those two fossils that I wasn't able to figure out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the video of the dive.
Alrighty. All right.